Not the new fucking phone, bro. Okay. Questionable at best. Hey. I am on a road trip right now and it's distracted me. The planning and doing everything has distracted me from
making my YouTube video.
And so I just wanted to take some time here and tell a little story. uh right. So I started on this road trip on Tuesday afternoon and it was maybe like 5 p.m. and I was just gonna drive through the night. And also, I'm by myself. So don't come get me. Um Now I prepared everything, got ready to leave. I get in my car. I'm just driving down like the sketchiest road. It's just like a little country road. It looked nice. Like it looked beautiful, quintessential Texas is what I would say. It looked beautiful outside. But
it was crazy.
There were so many potholes and just like everything. It felt dangerous. I'll say that. It felt like it was a dangerous drive. Um but it went well for the first 2 hours. And I kept on thinking to myself, I'm gonna get a pothole, man. These roads are crazy. Like, I'm just gonna like hit something because I kept on being like, and I have had an experience where I hit a surprise pothole that I did not expect going like 65 miles an hour. So I'm driving under the speed limit because this road is messed up. And on top of that, its speed limit was 75. And so there's these like huge trucks and trailers just going. Not me though. I I was too scared. I was too scared. But um yeah, so the road is just it feels like it's never going to end. I'm like still an hour away from the next town and I'm just fully stressed. I'm going slow. Everyone's passing me. And then
I hit a pothole.
it was a surprise one. It was like really close to the edge of the or like the shoulder. Hit it. I was like, "Oh my god, I know that sound." So I pull over and I'm like,
okay, I need to calm down.
and you know what? I was actually surprisingly chill. I feel like I've calmed down a lot and not such hothead anymore, but um I was like, let me just take Olive on a walk and relax for a second. So I walked her. It started raining, and then I was considering that I was in the middle of nowhere and it was gonna get dark soon. So let's wrap this up. Uh, so I start um, unloading all the shit from the back or the trunk of my car. Pull out the tools necessary, start cranking, pulling it off. I have the jack in the wrong spot, so it sounds crazy, and I'm just like, I need to start over. So I start over, and during that time, oh, I had submitted a service request, but they never pulled up. They were like, this might take 20 minutes. 20 minutes came and went, girlie. I was still there. And then I see this truck park 500 feet away. I don't know what 500 feet looks like. It was far, but it was kind of close. And so they turn around, they come back, and out gets this man, Robert. And he was like, hey. And I was like, hey, I'm in a little situation. And mind you, I was doing some, like, I had done it, but then I had to do it, like, whatever.
I've done it before.
Point is, so I knew what was going on, but I was like, right now, I'm alone. I don't want to tell my parents. I don't want to make them freaked out about me. Solo out here in the middle of nowhere on a road trip, solo. And it's
just the beginning of
my road trip. It is literally 2 hours into a 3-week long thing. So I was just feeling stressed. I was feeling concerned. And Robert pulls up. He just jumps into action, starts doing that, and he's like, typically I want to stop because, trust issues. And I was like, me too. But I try to think that most people are good. And I really, really appreciate you stopping right now. Like, you don't know how grateful I am for you. And he started laughing, and I also laughed. And so I was just trying to like find something to keep myself busy with. I was like reading the manual for the second time for the car. And then I started like just asking him about work and whatever. He changes it to the spare, that little janky donut one. I fill it up with air. I'm like, all right, let's get out of here. Goodbye, Robert. I appreciate your help. Thank you. And he's like, make sure you get your tire changed up. And I was like, okay, right. It's almost 8 p.m. How am I going to do that? So I'm calling around, and this one guy's like, maybe go to Henry's. I pull up to Henry's. There was no tire shop, just a bar. And I was like, you know what? I need a fucking beer and I need a cigarette right now. Like, I'll take it. I'll take it. But I was like, no, I'm 2 hours into my road trip and I was supposed to be 7 hours away right now. Like, not actually 7 hours. I was supposed to be 4 hours down the line, but I am at full stop setback. So it's beautiful out here. So I ask for guidance from God. No, I asked like what do I do? Like, please help me. Like, I'm freaked out. I'm by myself. I don't know what to do. And so there's this woman and a child walking in the parking lot, and I was like, not to be that fucking creep, but I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna ask them something. And so I go over there. I pull up in the car so that way they see proof my tire's messed up. And I was like, hey, excuse me. Any of y'all know how to change a tire? No, I'm just kidding. No, I was like, excuse me. Do you know about Henry's tire shop?
Is it real? Does it exist? Did it change locations?
Oh, and I'm in this little tiny town that everybody knows everybody. So that's why I was like, if I ask somebody, they will know. But this lady, she's like,
that actually used to be my brother and sister-in-law shop, but they shut it down.
And I was like, that sucks for everybody. And she was like, yeah, business was just too slow. And I was like, I would have fucking bought from them. I would have paid money for a tire from them. And whatever. She was like, let me ask my husband. And he's walking out of the store and he's
Like, Samuel can fix it. Let me call him.
and his wife's like, he's at the game though. And I was like, and then the husband's like,
It's over. The game's over.
yay. Call Samuel, call Samuel. Samuel says, or the man, his name is Christian. He, should I be using their real names? Whatever. Robert and Christian. So Christian, the husband, tells Samuel,
Hey, there's a lady here and she wants to know if you could fix her tire. She has the tire and right now the spare's on.
and Samuel says,
Tell her to call me.
mind you, I looked like I just changed the tire. I'm wearing a little boy outfit. And I don't know, I just felt like I didn't look girly, but whatever.
Pretty privilege is real.
So I I call Samuel and he tells me,
I'm gonna meet you in the parking lot so I could take you to my garage.
and I was like, right. Well, bye, little family that helps me. And so they leave. I'm waiting there. I walk Olive again and I'm just like playing with her a little bit. Samuel pulls up in a truck and he's like,
Hey, are you the lady with the busted tire?
I was like, yes, I'm the lady. The lady in distress, a damsel in distress, literally is what I felt like all day. Oh, even before the tire blew, I was feeling that way. I willed it. I low-key willed it. But anyway, let's just move on. Let's move on. I ask, or I get in Olive in the car, and Samuel's
Like, by the way, I'm gonna take you to a neighborhood. That's just from my garage.
and I was like, whatever, Samuel, I'll take all the help I could get. Take me there. And he just starts laughing. So he takes me. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go. And then following him, we are deep into a neighborhood, like a little small town neighborhood, if you can imagine that. And I just pull straight in there, and he says,
This is my twin. He works for the city, so everybody knows us. Just so you don't feel scared.
scared. He was like in the city official type of career, his twin. And I was like, all right, bro. That's chill. Like, I just started laughing. I was like, haha, like, okay, please help me. And whatever, I take Olive out. I'm walking her again. Sam is talking to me. We are just like yapping it down. It is kind of enjoyable. I'm like, I was getting a little bored on the road anyway. Need a little spice, a little adventure. So Samuel and I are talking. He's like,
My baby mama tried to kill me.
and I was like, what the fuck? Because Samuel's so nice. Like, he's just so nice. He gives me a free tire. And I was like, okay, guess I am pretty. And then we guess each other's ages. And I got it spot on. But you want to know how I got it spot on? Because his twin looks older than him. And he's like,
Guess how old I am?
and I was like, 45. And he was like,
Yes! How do you know?
I was like, I knew if I guessed younger, I was like, you look super young. If I guessed younger, I would get it wrong. And he started laughing. And he was like,
How old are you?
I should have made him guess, honestly. But I just told him how old I was. And he was like,
What? I thought you were way younger.
and I was like, it's because I look like a little boy, right? Because I'm wearing overalls right now. I was wearing overalls. And anyway, he changes the tire. He gives me, or like he tells me to save his number, and
It's like, call me if you need anything, but just go out this way and that way and whatever.
and I had already put gas in my car, so I had a full tank. Pew! I just like went, but then it's like raining extremely fucking hard, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. I am not gonna make it far, and I was so paranoid about driving with a used tire. Like my tires are used. I mean, they were new when I bought them, but they're 2 years old now, and this one is from 2024, so also 2 years old. But it just had like less tread, and so I was just like, oh, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. So I was just like paranoid driving slow as hell. I had to stop for the night finally because I was like, I'm too freaked out. Like it's dark. What the hell? Like what if there's a fucking another pothole? Like I'm just gonna hit it with this older tire. It's getting dark out here. But anyway, I just keep on keeping on. And I go to this hotel and it has like 24-hour reception. I feel so relieved to just like lay my head down in a big ass bed with my little dog, Olive. And then the next day, I asked the lady if I could work there, and she
It was like, yeah, the cleaner got sick, so you can stay in the room as long as you want. She's not gonna clean it today.
and then she kept on giving Olive treats. And it was just like a beautiful day of like a day and previous day of like people are good. And even though something happened and I almost felt like I should not be continuing on, I did. And good things just happened afterwards because I just like I trusted myself. And point of the story is if you trust your instinct, it will tell you where to go. And I feel so grateful for trusting myself and being vulnerable with people and seeing people as good and not being so jaded. It's so easy to be jaded. It's so easy to be jaded and just be like, I don't trust people. That guy's sketching me out or whatever. Um, yeah, like with Samuel, when he found out where I was from, he was like, "Oh, it's actually worse there, right?" And I was like, "I don't know what it's like here, but probably." And yeah, and that made me laugh. And I don't know. I think people are good, and I think that I'm good, and I think that you're good. I think that the sunset's good. Can you see it? I don't know. Anyway, there's more. There definitely is more of that story. Oh, and also another really strange thing that happened is I ran into my two uncles in this little Texas town. And I recognized them and I felt like they recognized me. They smiled, but I didn't say hi because I was distracted and I felt weird because I didn't recognize them. I haven't seen them in a long time. They're my great uncles, so they're just like older guys. But everything, whenever I realized that it was them, it was too late. We'd all left already. Um, but everything is beautiful, and it always works out. So goodbye now.